The mouth of the Beilun River in Guangxi is the southwestern starting point of China's continental coastline. The Chinese horseshoe crab is an ancient living fossil. Their size and appearance have evolved over the last 450 million years. As the tide recedes, a female horseshoe crab appears in the tidal creek. A pair of compound eyes on either side of its head gives it a view of the world that human eyes can never get. Adult horseshoe crabs spend their entire lives in the sea and only come back to shore for one reason: to breed. A primal instinct leads them back to the beach where they were born. The male horseshoe crab attaches to the female's abdomen. The female digs holes to ovulate, and the male then fertilizes the eggs. Soybean-sized eggs wait for the tide to hide them in the sand. In about 40 days, a new generation of horseshoe crabs will be born. The eggs are constantly growing and start to shed their membranes. Mangroves hold the nutrients, and sand grains contain the oxygen needed for the eggs to grow. This bay is the perfect breeding ground for Chinese horseshoe crabs. In the darkness, a new life struggles to break through its first barrier. It's only about 8 millimeters in diameter, about the size of an adult fingernail. Tens of thousands of new lives come into the world one by one. It will be 8 months before they grow long tails like their parents and transform from a trilobate larva into a true horseshoe crab. Over the next 15 years or so, these young horseshoe crabs will have to molt 18 times to reach sexual maturity. Less than 1 in 1,000 will return to the bay. Shrinking breeding grounds and overfishing by humans are hastening the disappearance of Chinese horseshoe crabs. After living on Earth for hundreds of millions of years, this ancient species is now in unprecedented danger.